I'm Jason Mason, and today we are embarking on an in-depth exploration into the heart of music production, the critical processes of mixing and mastering. These two phases are pivotal in the journey from a raw recording to a polished, audience-ready track. Whether you're an aspiring producer, a bedroom musician looking to level up your sound, or simply a music lover curious about the behind-the-scenes magic, getting a grip on these concepts is crucial. So strap in as we dive deep into the art and science behind mixing and mastering, and why they are the key to unlocking the full potential of your music.
Chapter 1. The Art and Craft of Mixing, Sculpting the Sonic Landscape.
Mixing is where your musical vision starts, taking shape, color, and form. Think of yourself as a painter, and your mix as a canvas where every stroke matters, every color choice is deliberate, and where balance and harmony are achieved through thoughtful consideration.
Balance and levels.
Imagine an orchestra where every instrument plays at the right volume, complementing each other without overshadowing. In mixing, achieving this balance means making sure each track contributes to the whole without any element dominating unfairly. Unless, of course, that's your artistic intent.
EQ.
Equalization is your sonic palette knife, allowing you to sculpt and shape your tracks. It's about carving out a specific space for each instrument by enhancing its best features and cutting frequencies that clash with others. The goal is clarity and separation, ensuring that every layer speaks clearly in the mix.
Dynamic processing.
Dynamics are all about the ebb and the flow of energy in your music. Compression, gating, and expanding. Those are tools to tame the dynamics of your mix, or breathe life into two static parts. This isn't just about controlling the volume, but about enhancing the performance's emotional impact.
Effects and spatial placement.
Reverb, delay, and panning don't just add effects. They place your sounds in a three-dimensional space. This is where your mix goes from a flat portrait to a vibrant landscape, with depth, width, and height. The process of mixing is your opportunity to ensure every element of your track is heard and felt, to direct the listener's attention, and to imbue your music with the intended emotional and sonic qualities. So here we have my session with a track of mine. Here we have my plugins, an EQ, a saturator, fab filter, bus compressor, bloom, and last up, an EQ/analyzer to see if my mix is too loud. So here I am showing you the difference between mixing and mastering. This song is mixed. Listen to it. Now I'll show you what's mastering. That's mastering. In mastering, you make the greatly mixed song loud. You try to look for the right dynamics. You can choose between some different variants of mastering. The first and easiest one is probably with a master desk. Here we have the Rainworks Master Desk. It offers straight up a great sound, an interface that's easy to understand, and great results. Next up, we have a mastering compressor. In this case, it's the Shadow Hills mastering compressor. Another way you could master it finally is with a multibus compressor. Right here, we have the G3 multibus compressor of SSL. The way I master my songs is with the Shadow Hills and the SSL G3 multibus compressor. And if you both adjust them to your mix, you will have the best possible result. However, we finish up each master with a limiter. And as I said in a video earlier, the L2 of Waves is a f***ing beast. It's true. Here we have the preset of my mastering right here. We have the threshold at -6. The output ceiling is at around -0.1, and that's totally cool. As you see, he doesn't do too much, but he makes our song loud enough.
Chapter 2. Mastering. The final polish on your sonic gem.
Mastering is the alchemy that transforms your mix into a gleaming masterpiece. It's the final stage of production, where your music is prepared to meet the world. Consistent, polished, and ready to shine on any platform.
Consistency across tracks.
Mastering ensures that every song in an album feels part of a cohesive whole. It's about unifying the sound, so the transition between tracks is smooth, maintaining a consistent mood and energy level throughout.
Loudness.
The quest for the perfect loudness level is a balancing act between being competitive and preserving dynamic range. Mastering aims to make your music loud enough to stand up next to commercial releases without crushing its life and vibrancy through overcompression.
Enhancement.
Sometimes a mix needs that extra sparkle to truly shine. Mastering can provide this through subtle EQ adjustments, stereo widening, and even adding a touch of harmonic excitement. It's about enhancing what's already there, not redefining it.
Format preparation.
Mastering is also where your music gets optimized for different listening environments and formats, from vinyl to streaming. Each medium has its quirks, and mastering ensures your music translates well across all of them. Mastering isn't just about making your music louder, it's about making it better. It's the final step in ensuring that your music leaves the studio sounding its best, no matter where it's played. So the best way for you to glue your mix to make it sound as professional as possible, including mastering, is first up, you need saturation. Saturation is your glue. Those are just some basic setups, it's okay for that song. Next up, you need a compressor. That's about right. And now you need some kind of mastering. And that's, for example, the master desk right here. Last up, a limiter, the L2, as said before. So, let's listen to our song without the mastering and with. And those are the basics of mastering.
Chapter 3. The Symbiosis of Mixing and Mastering.
While distinctly different, mixing and mastering are two sides of the same coin, both essential to the audio production process. A meticulously mixed track provides the perfect canvas for mastering, allowing the mastering engineer to enhance and unify the project without needing to fix or alter the mix drastically. Understanding the distinct roles and tools of each process can demystify what it takes to produce a professional sounding track. While many modern producers take on both roles, knowing when and how to separate these tasks can be crucial, especially when aiming for commercial releases. Moreover, the evolution of technology and software has made high-quality mixing and mastering more accessible to independent artists. However, the art history, critical listening skills, and experience as a professional engineer brings to the table are invaluable, often making the difference between a good track and a great one. So you're mixing and mastering and you have some kind of instrument that needs to be louder in the mix, there are some ways to make it louder. Here we have the brass section and the vocals without the reverb.
You don't know what to tell me. You don't know what to do.
It's a bit too quiet, so let's put a reverb on it. And a limiter. Without the effects. With the effects. And that's also a mixing rule for you. The channel right here may sound squashed in solo, but if it's in a mix, it sounds perfect, and I'll show you that in a second. However, here we have the brass section with the vocals and the effects on.
You don't know what to tell me.
You hear the brass much louder, and that's good.
You don't know about my life.
Let's deactivate the effects.
You don't know what to tell me.
Put them back on.
You don't know what to do. You don't know about
That's
my
it.
life.
Let's listen to that in the whole mix.
You don't know what to tell me. You don't know what to do.
Let's deactivate the effects.
You don't know what to tell me.
Put them back on.
You don't know about my life.
The difference is subtle, but these little change-ups sometimes are the most important thing in a mix. So the thing is, you can totally learn the basics on YouTube, you can learn the rules, you can watch a video that tells you which knob that you need to rotate or press, but in the end you need the practice. The biggest mastering engineers on earth practiced at least 10 to 20 years. So if you want to have a good mastering engineer, you need to look for the older ones. The thing is, a market can never be oversaturated. Right now the market is full of people offering their services, including me. But that is cool. However, with this amount of mastering and mixing engineers, you need to pick the right one. And there you have it, a deep dive into the crucial worlds of mixing and mastering. These stages are where raw creativity is redefined into polished, emotive, impactful music. Remember, while tools and technologies evolve, the core principles of balance, dynamics, and sonic integrity remain timeless. Whether you're mixing your first song, mastering an album, or simply appreciating the complexity behind the music you love, understanding these processes enriches your musical journey. I'm Jason Mason, and I was thrilled to guide you through the fascinating process of bringing your music to life. Keep pushing the boundaries, keep honing your craft, and above all, keep the music playing. Until next time, let your mixes be bold and your masters brilliant. However, until next time.